Urgent update. Sadiq Khan has abruptly cancelled a key royal event featuring King Charles. What the monarch did next defied centuries of tradition, upending 300 years of constitutional norms. London's mayor believed he could supersede the crown's influence. He was mistaken. The events unfolding over those critical 90 minutes might just derail Khan's career for good. This goes beyond typical city squabbles. It's a raw clash between democratic mandate and monarchical legacy. Britain hasn't witnessed tension like this before. If you're eager to uncover the resolution of this epic standoff, smash that subscribe button immediately. The revelations ahead will leave you stunned. Let's dive into the trigger for this Westminster whirlwind. At 2:47 p.m. yesterday, Sadiq Khan's team dropped a terse press release axing the King's Garden Bridge commemoration slated for this Saturday. The wording was sharp and curt. Owing to security risks and operational hurdles, the gathering cannot go forward as arranged. King Charles, however, refused to yield. He wasn't looped in, briefed, or even afforded a heads-up call prior to the public reveal. Like the rest of us, Charles learned via Twitter scroll. His retaliation? A response that's rendered officials utterly dumbfounded. The precise phrasing was icy and groundbreaking. Merely 88 minutes post-cancellation, Buckingham Palace unleashed a missive that shattered contemporary royal etiquette. His Majesty the King intends to join the Garden Bridge commemoration on schedule. Proceedings will advance via royal directive. Municipal authorities must furnish suitable assistance. Palace whispers paint the king's demeanor as restrained outrage. An anonymous top aide shared that Charles stalked Buckingham's halls, jaw set firm, knuckles white around Khan's printed notice, the edges folding under pressure. "I've endured sufficient slights," the king purportedly confided to his chief advisor. The sovereign seeks no clearance from civic leaders. Hours later, the full weight of constitutional machinery crashed down. The Lord Chamberlain, apex figure in the royal entourage, reached out straight to the Home Secretary. The directive rang crystal clear. The sovereign demands complete protective measures. The affair advances, and any meddling shall rank as a paramount constitutional issue. Hold on, though. There's a deeper twist amplifying the audacity of Khan's call. This Garden Bridge rite wasn't mere pomp. It stemmed from heartfelt pleas by kin of 47 WW2 heroes, including 12 centenarians, desperate to greet the king ed time slips away, per their poignant phrasing. These figures transcend data or debate fodder. They're the souls who charged Omaha strands, piloted hurricanes amid fiery skies, who braced against Hitler's onslaught to safeguard Britain's essence. Take Mary Patterson, 98, relict of a Battle of Britain aviator. For half a year, she'd readied to gift Charles, her departed spouse's flight journal. Her finest gown got 2 fittings for royal propriety. The axing email hit. Locals report she sobbed steadily for 120 minutes. "My Arthur perished, shielding this realm," she murmured to journalists from her Surrey care facility, tone faint as a breeze. "He missed the Queen's audience. I sought only to salute his legacy alongside the king, yet the mayor deems it troublesome." Her tale exploded online in moments, retweeted 800,000 plus times, forums ablaze with fury aimed dead at Sadiq Khan. Concurrently, UK ex-servicemen slated for tribute in this rite faced dismissal in Khan's metropolis. Colonel James Whitmore, 82, a Falklands fighter from Cumbria, anticipated this nod for half a year. His campaign honors, forged for throne and homeland, were due formal nod from King Charles at a gala marking 150 years of the Garden Bridge Trust's aid to ex-forces. "I dodged Falklands fire," Whitmore choked out to press yesterday. "Fancy falling to a mayor's ink on a Nix notice?" He's among 73 warriors pinged with cold emails mere hours shy of Khan's broadcast. As these icons get sidelined, City Hall gears up for next week's £2.4 million inclusivity bash with global performers and eco-campaigners. Envision plush lodgings for orators, lavish soirees with bubbly and hors d'oeuvres, ad spends eclipsing London's yearly vet aid budget. The disparity screams injustice, so egregious that progressive councillors murmur revulsion off record. An unnamed Islington Labour rep, dodging factional backlash, confided, "This nix validates long-held doubts. Khan fixates on image and left-wing agendas, sidelining those who forged and fortified our land." Now, the intrigue peaks as Khan's safety smokescreen crumbles at first poke. Anonymous Met brass affirms 0 viable perils surfaced for the right. Truth be told, Scotland Yard had greenlit a robust safeguard scheme weeks prior: 120 bobbies, anti-terror scans, a lockdown akin to past Crown bashes. "We stood primed," a high-ranking cop disclosed. The pullback wasn't ours, it brewed in political quarters. More incriminating, TfL synced street blocks and transit tweaks. The trust lined up lots, throng control, medevac, all cogs turned smoothly. Thus, Khan's logistics lament boils down to his solo edict that this mustn't be. Proof points to no peril or snags, pure one-leader's gambit trampling vets' hopes, the Crown's will, and public sentiment. Then an unforetold bombshell detonated, blindsiding pundits, law sages, Khan included. Charles demolished 7 decades of Crown restraint with a gambit dubbed the boldest sovereign flex since '52. At Chelsea's Royal Hospital last eve, he addressed vets in terms eclipsing ritual fluff. "My existence centers on aiding Britons and saluting our forerunners," Charles intoned, timber firm yet edged with resolve. "No officeholder, irrespective of rank, bars me from this hallowed charge." Cheers thundered, ovations stretching 4 minutes solid. Wheelchair-bound and cane-leaning vets surged upright, saline tracing-lined cheeks. Yet the jaw-dropper for experts? Charles transcended oratory. He summoned an arcane crown right to claim civic venues for rights of import. This relic, etched in Georgian edicts, empowers the throne to trump council vetoes on heritage fronts. Court confidants say this brewed deliberately, a tactical riposte honed amid mounting ire at Khan's regime. The visuals gut-punch the mayor. As Khan ducks behind shields and formalities, Charles aligns with warriors on live feeds, embodying bulwark of UK lore and dignity. Ripples hit hard and fast. Post-Chelsea address, within 120 minutes, £1.7 billion surged from philanthropists for the right under Crown aegis, sidestepping municipal purse. Corporate titans reading the room jumped aboard. M&S vowed feast provisions. John Lewis tendered mementos per attendee. Amex UK chipped £250,000 for linked vet causes. MPs cross-aisle peeled from Khan with haste. London Labour voices voiced nuanced backs for the event, lauding Charles' vet devotion. West Streeting, health chief and party ascendant, edged bolder on feeds. Vets married esteem and acclaim, made this resolve fittingly. That sidestep of Khanbash while nixing the poll signals his party pariah status. Overseas echoes landed harsh. Canada's PM backed Commonwealth tribute. Aussie brass deemed the nix regrettable, hailed Charles' steadfastness. Kiwi Tory head upped ante, branding Khan's move a slur on Gallipoli grit. Surveys scorched the mayor. Quick YouGov poll: 81% of London folk want the right on. In 50-plus cohort, the ballot deciders, Khan Nick's IR peaked at 89%. Even 1834's, his base, clocked 62% against. Metrics spell total backing bust across slices. Stand with the King topped worldwide for 11 hours, sparking 4.2 million interactions. Rallies swelled at Guildhall, 2,000 plus. That's in kit chief urging Khan rethink. Cops cordoned safety lines. Sights stirred, serene yet soul-deep, flags fluttering, refrains of "God save the King" shaking Khan's penthouse panes. Planners eye 10,000 for Morrow's muster, maybe the heaviest anti-mayor turnout in ages. Chaos in Chambers clip. Guildhall's vibe? Sheer frenzy, total disarray. AIDS mutiny versus Khan's stance. 3 top councillors whisper quit threats to peers. Crisis huddles dragged to witching hour with volleys between diehards and flip-flops. Culture Veep supposedly squared off with Khan, dubbing Nick's electoral Armageddon. "You've armed Tories and Reform with gold," she hollered, per 12 witnesses. Chat stubbed Labour Lifeline London buzz with reps scrambling clear of the call. No longer will Khan fold, it's can he weather the blast post-fold. Press scrum sim, a veteran insider noted Khan's dawn scrum fragility. Gaze averted, poise evaporated, fingers quivering on docks, fleeing queries. Alien for his swagger. But the killshot lair? Pilfered hall files, snagged by allies, unveiled the Knicks' true vein. Zilch to do with guards or gears. Per leaks, Khan's crew fretted visuals of Charles feting mostly Anglo vets amid diversity pushes and migrant bids. A supposed chief memo, right optics clash with inclusivity thrust, suggest delay till narrative tweak. If legit, per insiders, Khan axed not for peril, but misalignment with his slant. Reflection pause. Ponder. London's Blitz survivor Burgomeister ditching icons cause their valor jars woke script? Revelations vista, ruinous, terminal. Scribes at the files now, drop means Khan is toast by weekend. Unreported, court's hushed hit on leaks. Per elite leaks, Charles, memo-fed, blended sorrow with grit. This seals it, he told Inner Circle over Clarence repast last night. No mere diary dust-up, it's a chat blind to Britishness core. That, if true, marks severest throne verdict on a Paul in ages. Court is said to compile a tome of slights from Khan's reign, primed to unleash if he blocks anew. Identity war graphic. No lone gala grudge now. It's core rift, UK soul, core tenets, definers of today's isle. Meantime, Tory boss Kemi Badenoch grips the instant with shark savvy. As Khan flails fixes and Labour mutes unease, Badenoch owned BBC QT Eve, schooling and savvy strikes. When a mayor slots PC above vet valor, he outs himself as capital unworthy. Claps crashed. As Khan reels, regime splinters, Badenoch gleams resolute, tradition's torch. Quote reel. Her line zips platforms, minting her as plain talk bulwark against left lunacy. Metrics map the pivot. Tory London lift +7 in 48, 31% to 38%. First Tory mayoral fight in triennium. Khan nod plunges 52% to 39%, a 13 drop in duo days dubbed freak by wonks. Telling, reform at 19% London peak, siphoning jaded reds sensing value class ditch. Badenoch spotlight. She's no mere scorer now. She's sentinel of nostalgic UK elders crave redux. Nigel Farage, opportunist eternal, dives in blunt, lethal. At Essex reform hoedown last, he tied Nick's move to history's hush. They bid forget forebears to 3K faithful. Shame your past, atone for Brit birth, news for Khan, no sorries for saluting saviors. Roars rolled. Farage pledged vet rides to right, Khan be damned. 400 plus aids in day to ferry southern sages. Folktide, gifts gush for gas, stays, sups. Crown right morphs mass surge. Farage surfs flawlessly. Countdown clock. Coming 72, pivotal for all. Khan eyes Tory no trust with Labour ghosts maybe A. Leaks loom, maybe sparking probes on duty abuse. Charles home confab dawn, watchers wager crisis crest or closet calm. Right locked Saturday 11 a.m., signs scream Charles shows Khan or no. UK's gaze, overstep mayor methodically mauled by throne, folk, faction, live and franchise. Legacy lens. This uproar, decades dissect as instant Paul amnesia hit. Britain's bulwarks outrank Paul's, predate Prague Creed, outlove any burgomaster's dream. Core, Sadiq Khan, ever soulless, frantic, fading force in UK fray. Key query, did Khan nuke his path clashing crown? Flex forge forever Paul shift? Or Khan endures via grovel,